I don't do a lot of content on Code 3 products, but I do like things that oscillate, and I do like overkill setups, and these two setups will be both. These are SlickStik based setups with other lights on top of them, which you did see in Code 3 literature sometimes. This first one is a SlickStik with internal 5 lamp arrow stick, corner sweeps, and on top of it, you have 4 independent strobe deck blasters. It was reported in their literature that you could get both synchronous, internally self-contained deck blasters, and you could get remote versions powered off a remote power supply. I've never seen the ones that are synchronized with their own power supplies, but they did say they existed. These are not synchronized in any way. The arrow stick is run from an arrow stick controller. It is 5 lamp, so that is kind of difficult, and it is not real effective. So it's going to be left in flash mode when the whole setup is displayed, which would be common with these. The sweeps are the more rapid, narrow angle sweeps. There were 2 different sweep widths or angles on an MX, and that's what was used in here. If SlickStiks look familiar, it's because they are, in fact, the components of the bottom of an MX 7000. So that's kind of what they're made of and what a lot of their filters are. The deck blasters, the 2 inner ones are on one pattern, the 2 outer ones are on another pattern. Like I said, though, they are not synchronized, and I have not yet begun the project of figuring out how you would even synchronize deck blasters if you wanted to. That might be something for later. But when run together, this is pretty much overkill. It would have blocked an enormous amount of your rear deck. The flashback would have been terrible, and I don't think it's recommended, but I do like a good overkill setup. So this is one of the ways that you could do that. And they did show you stacking items on the rear deck in their catalog, so I thought I would do 2 setups inspired by that idea. Like I said, this first one, you've got the 5 lamp arrow bar within a SlickStik with 2 sweeps, and on top you have 4 independent deck blasters in strobe. They also made them in halogen, one of them with a flip down lens, so you could make it a takedown from the dash. Back in the day, people did not care about internal flashback like they do today. So that's the first overkill setup, and overkill in sweeps, if you will. And we'll get to our second setup, which is a SlickStik as well, with 2 internal strobes, 2 internal flashers, and on top of it, you've got 4 single AS2 lights. This is what I would call a blue with benefits setup in a jurisdiction that only allows blue and amber. Maybe you're volunteer, maybe you're law enforcement. Sometimes people would kind of push the envelope by putting red brake lights into their setup and then have them flash simultaneously, thus falling underneath, allegedly, the law for 4-way flashers in the OEM equipment. So as long as they were wired in as brake lights, a lot of times people would kind of push that envelope. And these are set up as brake lights as well as turn signals. They're also set up to flash, but the turn signal brake lights override that. So this is an example of, like I said, blue with benefits or pushing the envelope, red to the rear sort of situation. The SlickStik itself has 2 internal strobes, 2 internal flashers, and then you add the 4 additional flashers up top. The internal strobes are actually made out of deck blasters, and they are not synchronous. I have never seen a SlickStik that had internal synchronous strobes. People have said that they have them. I don't know if that's the Mandela effect or if it's the fact that they kind of look like they synchronize if they're on the same pattern, or if they actually ever did make any with synchronization option, as it was reported to be available in the deck blaster, which makes up this component of this light bar, or rear deck bar, if you will. So overkill, sweeps, various other products, strobe and halogen flashing. A good way to destroy your night vision and block your rear view, but a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks.